After watching the events unfold at the ICE facility in Dallas, Texas today, I really cannot stress what Gavin Newsom and the Democratic Party are actually trying to accomplish with their anti ICE unmasking rhetoric. And it's to make sure that something like what happened today never happens again. They want to make sure it's not detainees that are hit. And I say that kind of sarcastically, and I'll explain it. So, the bill that Gavin Newsom signed to unmask federal agents was nonsense. Even if you ignore the supremacy clause and the arguably favorable Supreme Court that would strike it down, the California law, you would have to just read the law to know how bullshittery it is. First of all, undercover agents are exempt. Second of all, you can wear an N95 mask and facial gear that protects your eyes. So, ballistic goggles and an N95, guess what? You're not going to be able to see who an agent is. Effectively, even if the federal government wanted to comply with the law, all they'd have to do is pass off N95 masks to their agents and problem solved, they still can't be identified. And if the goal isn't really to identify the agents, what is the goal but to inflame the passions of the people? They didn't call this the Better Policing Act of 2025. They didn't call it the Facial Recognition Act, the Police Acknowledgement Act, anything like that. No, they named it the No Secret Police Act. And that is the language of warfare. Secret police, by definition, are police that go against the political opponents of the people in power. You don't call federal agents following federal law the secret police, which weirdly they're only the secret police when a Republican's in power, unless you're trying to inflame passions. You don't call the opposition authoritarian and fascistic and totalitarian if you're not trying to inflame passions. These are people using pomp and circumstance and the biggest microphone they have, the entire legislative process in California, in order to use the language of the Cold War, hoping more people will turn it hot. And I'm sorry, despite the two-faced rhetoric of talking out of both sides of their mouths, pretending they abhor political violence, I don't think there's any other honest way to look at it at this point. And I think the times we're in are going to get more unprecedented because of it. Anyways, cheers.